happened in seconds.
Show me your hands! Drop it! Drop the gun!
CNN obtained police officer body camera footage, which captures the story of an overlooked Oklahoma City shooting and the blurry line between police officer safety and accusations of police overreaction. On March 10th,
Hey, they're back there.
Oklahoma City police say Sergeant Kyle Holcomb responded to a 911 call reporting that a group of males broke into an abandoned house carrying guns. You can hear popping sounds, but the officer sounds unsure what kind of firearm it might be.
Viper 33, I think it's a cap gun, but they are shooting something off.
The officer walks along the fence. 14-year-old Lorenzo Clerkley Jr. is crawling out of a window in the backyard. The officer catches a quick glimpse of Clerkley through a hole in the fence.
Show me your hands! Drop it! Drop the gun! Shots fired, shots fired. Black male with a gray hoodie had the gun.
Lorenzo Clerkley survived.
Do you feel pretty lucky that you're still alive?
Yes, sir. And I'm blessed, and I'm a real lucky kid to be alive right now.
The 8th grader says Officer Holcomb's commands surprised him.
I tried to put my hands up, and I couldn't. He didn't give me time to do anything.
Where were your hands? Do you remember?
Well, when he said freeze, my hands was like this, and when he said freeze, I was trying to put my hand up, and then that's when he let fire, and I couldn't do anything.
It turns out the boys in the house were playing with air-powered BB guns. Oklahoma City police say Clerkley was holding a BB gun that looked like a 9mm handgun, which was found at the scene. Clerkley insists he was unarmed. The body camera footage isn't clear. Law enforcement veteran Cedric Alexander says it's difficult to know what the officer was thinking, but that these types of shootings can erode trust in law enforcement if they're ignored.
Training becomes essentially a critical and important piece in making sure that our officers are aware of these types of situations that can occur and how they could potentially react to them.
If you were a white kid coming out from behind that brick wall, do you think the same thing would have happened?
To be honest, I really don't.
Why not?
I just feel like officers, when it comes to black kids, they treat them different than white kids, and it's hard.
Sergeant Holcomb's attorney tells us that the race of the suspect had nothing to do with the officer's decision to fire his weapon 4 times. The attorney also says that the Oklahoma City Police Department and the district attorney's office reviewed the case and deemed that the officer's actions were appropriate and justified given the situation, and that Sergeant Holcomb is already back on full duty. Oklahoma City Police Union President John George says the shooting is tragic but justified.
If somebody's pointing a gun at you, you don't even have to give the command. Your life's in danger at that point. I mean, the officer thinks it's a real handgun. So you don't even have to give the command by law.
It came through right here and exited right here.
Nearly 2 months after the shooting, Lorenzo Clerkley's wounds are still healing, but his mother still doesn't understand why it all happened.
It traumatizes me, myself, to understand that, hey, you were this close from taking my baby's life for nothing, not giving him a fair chance to even follow your commands. I know God spared my baby's life.
Ed Lavendera, CNN, Oklahoma City.